by now you will realise that you have to trust what you see and not what you think what you see. So today I'm going to show you how to use a unit of measurement, which is going to get you to get a much more accurate drawing. So I think you want to find something around the home which has got lots of component parts, and something which is really fun to draw are children's plastic action figures. So if you've got children or grandchildren, go and make the toy box. And so here I've got some Toy Story figures, and I'm going to do this horse here. You're going to need a couple of pencils. Now you've probably seen artists do this kind of thing, and it all looks very kind of posing, doesn't it? But it isn't posing, it's actually a way of measuring. Now personally I like to use two pencils, and I like to measure with my non-dominant hand, and you'll see why in a minute. So here we are, we've got this horse here. Now I've got to choose some component part of that figure which I'm going to use as my unit of measurement. And I actually think the head is quite a good one to choose. So I'm going to lock my arm, and I'm going to put my finger tip on the end of the nose and the pencil point on the edge of his head. So I'm measuring from there to there. I'm locking my arm and I'm closing one eye, and that really helps me there. Now that becomes my unit of measurement, and that you do not move that finger. Keep that finger locked on that, because that is going to stay the same throughout this drawing. So there we are, that's my unit of measurement. So I can take that, I'm just going to keep this really simple, we'll have it the same size as the unit of measurement. I then move my arm, keep it locked, and my fingertip now will go onto the back of the head, and I will see where my pencil tip is. So and I can actually then start to draw back of head. That helps me. And if I put my glasses on, I'll probably see a bit better. And it actually came to the saddle, edge of the saddle. So this is why I like to have two pencils, because I can actually make notes of where things go. I then put my, again, lock my arm, shut one eye. I then put my fingernail on the back of the saddle and see where it comes to. It actually comes, and again, do that, and that actually comes to the tail. It's not quite the edge of the tail, but it's part of the tail. If I just remember, it's that bit. Right, then I want to do the verticals. Now again, keep that, don't start moving and trying so that you've got this bit. This is your unit of measurement. You must just keep it as that. So that's the top of the head. I'll sit back to where I was, and I've got it goes from the top of the head to the edge of the saddle. So again, I can go top of head, there's my edge of saddle. Then again, I move the pencil point to the edge of the saddle, and it comes to the bottom of the stirrup. So I can put there, bottom of stirrup. Put my pencil point at the bottom of the stirrup and see where my fingernail is, and it actually comes to the top of the feet. And then there's a little bit left over, which is where the hooves are. So that gives me the accurate proportions of the figure. So once I've got that, I can then start to sketch within it, because I know that the nose is there. I know that the back of the head is here, and I know the top of the head is there. So I've got something that I can start to construct inside, and I can keep it really loose and use ovals and all sorts of things, and it's going to help me find the figure. So if I show you one, these are the measurements I use. Look, there's my unit of measurement, which was this. And that is from the nose to the back of the head, from the back of the head to the saddle, to the tail, and then the same unit going down was top of the head to the bottom of the saddle, bottom of the saddle to the bottom of the stirrup to the bottom of the leg. And that is going to give you a much more accurate drawing. It's useful sometimes. I did the same with Stinky Pete here. It's quite good to elevate these figures, because then you're not, if you have them down like that, you're dealing with foreshortening, whereas if you put them kind of at the height of your eyes, it's just a bit, making it a little bit easier for you. But again, Stinky Pete here, I used the head as the unit of measurement. So I used the top of his head to the bottom of his head, the bottom of his head to the bottom of his scarf, the bottom of his scarf to his feet. It's quite useful to put a line up the middle. So there was my unit of measurement again, and I turned it round, and there it was. So that unit of measurement was the same as from the middle of his nose to the edge of his hand, to the middle of his nose to there, to his arm, and it also came down. So he was, you can see if I take it, he's actually slightly thinner than the width of his arms. But you're using this unit of measurement all the time to find your way around the figure. So there we are, go and raid the toy box and see if you can find some plastic figures and practice using this unit of measurement. Thank you very much for watching.